Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Today, coming to you from the Gulf Coast Auto Shield's second annual Car Social Cruise-In. Just ahead, we'll talk to some of the folks in attendance. Plus, we'll have the upcoming events calendar, and it's just jam-packed. You didn't do any work this week, did you?
Yeah, why?
Not on the events calendar. Mars reviews the new Dodge Durango. That's going to come up in the third hour. This hour, Jeff's going to have a feature on license plates. You thought they were still made at the penitentiary. You may be right. You may be wrong. We'll find out.
That sounds like a song.
But also,
maybe right, maybe wrong.
Plus, you'll hear the stories making car news this week. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate it. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. King Conrad DeLong. Let me move over. We need more Jeff Zekin and His Eminence, Mr. David Ainsley, our chief engineer, cook, and bottle washer.
And head potentate.
I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today on this Saturday. If you're listening, watching live on all of the different things that you can. How many, have you ever totaled it up? How many podcasts, how many streams, how many live? So we're on live on Facebook, YouTube, and inwheeltime.com.
And Twitter and Twitch.
I've got that list.
And
You got the list?
yeah.
Yeah, it was almost 50
50 outlets.
Yep.
And we thank all two of you listeners and watchers
Who bounced
joining
between
us.
those
Yeah,
outlets.
Exactly.
Thanks, George Skelton and Jeff Heitzman.
Yeah, what would we do without them? It'd be difficult, wouldn't it? Anyway, we're so glad that you could join us today. As you can tell, we're in the magic shop here at Gulf Coast Auto Shield.
It's the pretty place.
This is the place that makes it pretty, or prettier, because most of his business here is new cars.
And some stunning new cars.
Yes, including the Aston Martin SUV. I don't even know what it's called. Do you?
Aston Martin SUV.
DB11.
I'll look it up.
DB Cooper.
DB Cooper. That's the guy that jumped out of the airplane with the $1 million and
Got away.
got
It
away.
was 200,000.
Well, whatever it was. Remember, it was the plane that had the stairway in the back.
There was a stairway to heaven.
And it may be because he may have died. Everybody keeps thinking that he died. But did he?
That's just because I couldn't find him.
Well,
They
the
couldn't catch him.
jump doesn't kill you. It's the sudden stop at the bottom.
That's what it is. The sudden stop at the bottom. Anyway,
Got an Audi Q8 here in front of us. Love it. Beautiful car.
I like the color of the Camaro. Is that a Z28 or what is that? I don't even know what that is.
I think it's a 1LE if the black hood gives it away.
Okay. And then what else is back there? There's a Q5, and that looks like maybe perhaps a Jeep or something back there. And back over here we have the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon,
The
which
Aston
is
Martin.
crazy priced. Oh, yeah, there's the Aston Martin. That's that one right there. And then we have the R8.
The Black Ops Ford.
Is that what that is? Black Ops. Okay. A special edition. Is that John's truck back there, the 3/4 ton, the brand new limited?
Nice truck.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm telling you.
But I think the interior is won by the Aston Martin.
Oh,
Did
by
you
far.
happen to look or feel the interior in that Aston Martin? John says it's like a baseball glove, and that's what it's like. A baseball glove.
Oh, oily?
No, not oily. Very smooth, though. Oily.
My fingertips are still tingling when I touched it.
It's made to catch balls.
You know,
That's a baseball glove.
it is.
Well, we're off the air.
Yeah, we're off the air on every radio.
Thanks, Conrad.
And anywhere else. Thank you for that. Once again, you've sent us off the air.
Yeah.
And the white vehicle there, what is that one?
Tesla.
That's the Tesla?
Yeah, he brought it back in.
Okay.
And the Rivian is behind it.
Oh, yeah, the Rivian. Is that the T1 truck? RT? John, is that the Rivian truck? R1S, okay. Are you going to come and sit down, or are you still busy? Yeah. Yeah. This is the proprietor that is walking gingerly because he's had knee surgery.
Or those
Well,
in-
actually, how do you even call it? Leg surgery.
Those in Nederland, he's the owner.
Okay. Just
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Just sit down.
Need a
and-
translation.
You're in the king's chair there. I know you do. Hi, how you doing?
Good morning, boys. How are y'all?
You've been,
we're doing
busy
well.
this morning.
Yeah, it was an early morning. I was proud that I made it here by 6 o'clock to meet you.
Yeah.
Both times, Mars, you've been early.
I was napping until you pulled up and woke me up.
You didn't drive from Nederland this morning, did you?
Sure.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Ask him what time you left.
3:30.
No, I left at 4:02. Okay. And I remember that because I walked out the front door and I heard some woman down the street screaming. And as I was dialing 911, they come pulling up. I don't know what the heck was going on.
Probably not unusual out there.
At 4:02 in the morning?
Yes. It was not good. Nothing
He
good
lives
happened.
in Niederville.
Nothing good happens
Nederland.
after
You should
midnight.
have seen it
Not
at
out
4
there.
o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. Well, John, the second annual. What made you decide to do it in December before Christmas?
Weather.
The weather.
Yeah. This window is usually pretty good. Not too cold. We do risk a little bit of rain this time of year, but looks like we're going to get away with it.
Touch and go this week. Yeah, it's sketchy.
But you go January, you could have 30 degrees. So you never
We know. We've been out actually at the Loopy Tortilla Tailpipes and Tacos.
Oh, it was
we went out there
freezing, yeah.
one morning and it was freezing.
It was.
It was
we
literally
were bundled
freezing.
Up. We couldn't hardly move because we were so bundled
Yeah.
up.
I think there were 12 people out there, including us.
Yeah, but that's the risk that you take, and it's going to be really a crapshoot today to see who's going to show up because of all the rain that we've had. But the chance of rain today is very, very low.
Yeah, we had. I guess you can't really count on your RSVPs on Facebook, but there was over 200 last
wow.
night, and so it should be a substantial
It's
crowd.
still a little early. We're getting started a little early.
Oh,
Well,
we don't even start this thing till basically 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
So,
we got an hour to go.
oh yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned with the crowd.
And you have a shop full
Crowd will
of
be here.
cool cars.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff here. Some fairly unusual stuff. The 4x4 square.
What
They don't.
What do you
they don't
keep
make
calling it that?
many.
What is that? What are you talking about?
That's a G wagon that's converted by Brabus, and it's got the lift on it. All that the carbon fiber. Notice the fenders that are extended with
Fender
the
extensions.
carbon fiber on them.
That's this thing here. Yep. Oh, I see the extensions. Yeah.
Yeah, and that thing is.
How much does that thing cost?
I would, before markup, I'm going to guess it's in the 4.5 range.
And that's
$450,000. Oh my God!
If you got the keys, let me pull it out for you so everyone can
Yeah,
see
well,
it.
you're going to drag all the wires and everything else. No, you can't do that.
And that's AMG.
Yeah, it's an
The hot rod.
Yeah,
The hot rod.
it's the S63 converted, and it's S63 converted by Brabus, and nothing Brabus touches is cheap. I don't know if you've ever heard of them,
Yep.
but they're overseas, and their stuff is very, very expensive.
Where are they out of England? Great Britain?
Yes, I believe they are. They sure are.
Brabus. I've heard of them, but I don't know anything about them.
I've always mispronounced it as Barabbas.
You might be right. I typically don't focus on
Correct pronunciation.
of the things I can't afford.
There's that. Yeah.
Well, they also did a 6x on that truck, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They sure did.
Yeah.
And that thing is crazy expensive. So,
Well, I want to know what the Aston Martin is called. I was going to look it up, but I figured that you would know.
that's a DBX 707. And
Hey, I was close.
car, the 707 version of the DBX, I believe, came out last year. And it's about 700 horsepower. That thing will move. I believe it's the most powerful SUV on the market right now, as far as horsepower goes. And
beating the Hellcat Durango.
I believe it does. that's a very, very nice car to drive. They drive great.
Well,
super comfortable on the inside.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you pointed out the thing about it feeling like a baseball glove on the inside, and it does.
You feel like you're sitting in a baseball glove. It's just leather everywhere. It's a very nice car. I know the maintenance and whatnot's expensive. That's another one that, I don't allow myself to get too crazy about the cars that I can't afford. I just don't. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, those are things that I like them. And
there's a reason why people sell them at 25,000 miles, because they don't want to pay for the 30,000 mile service.
Well, I tell you what, if you look at the used car market and look at the Lamborghinis and Ferraris, there won't be many with that many miles on them. They're 5,000-7,000 miles on these cars. Yep. And then they're
fair weather cars.
They turn them loose.
Time to turn them.
Yeah.
Let somebody else pay for all that maintenance.
Well,
it's expensive.
This was years ago. I went up to the Lamborghini dealership up on the North Freeway and talked to the general manager. I was doing a magazine article on high-end cars and figured, well, that was easy. General manager up there was really nice at the time. I don't know who is there now. This guy was an older guy. And I asked him, I said, so who buys these cars? He says, Don, the guys that buy these cars, mainly guys, that buy these cars, money is only a means to get them. There's no limit. I mean, these are multi-millionaires and that like cars. And so they'll buy a $500,000 Lamborghini and they'll have it for, I don't know, a few months. They put a few thousand miles on it and they get tired of it and they'll turn it in and buy something else. And that's pretty common when it gets, when that level of car. I mean, and I'm thinking, okay, I don't know anybody like that, but.
Well, there's a guy that's going to come here today and bring his new Huracan STO, extremely expensive vehicle. I believe it's a Gulf livery, and I believe that option's about $80,000 for the paint. And this is a guy that you may want to talk to. He's very successful in business, owns a company, distributor nationwide called Wave Electronics. And just he and his brother are just great guys, and I think you'd enjoy talking to him.
Yeah.
Also, he is a 11 or 12-time world champion audio installer. And,
David, there you go.
A guy named Mark Fukuda, and he does keynote speeches at electronics conventions and whatnot on proper install and whatnot. He's a really interesting cat. And I think I'm gonna get him to come over and talk to you guys a little bit.
We'd love that. Yeah.
I got a couple people lined up that I think you'd enjoy talking to today.
That's good.
Yep.
And then you also have some attainable cars here.
That's your wife.
I'm a fan of the Audi Q8.
She used to be. I don't know whether she is this morning or not.
She's bare. I'm not ready to put her on waivers yet. But
but she's got you on her injured reserve list.
That's right.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a different set of people that like cars. They just have more means to be able to get the high end stuff.
It's like a different economic level of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
When we were young and we didn't have very much money, we might have a 65 Mustang, and a bucket seat was literally a bucket that you were sitting on because that's what we could do.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a different mindset when it comes to buying anything at that level.
That's right.
A Panerai watch or a Philippe Patek or even some of these high-end Rolexes. It's just and most of these guys aren't buying things that they're going to lose a lot of money on either. They're very astute.
Investment grade stuff.
That's right.
By the way, speaking of which, and I'm just going to throw this in here, I've been getting advertising for the Lilienthal watch. And I want to ask our Lilienthals up in the Northwest, the people that we talk to all the time,
selling that watch,
whether they are the ones that are invested in it.
I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, Lilienthals. Anyway.
Unique name, so yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But at any rate, so how long do you usually have a car in here, generally speaking?
4 to 7 days.
That's it?
On a paint protection film, ceramic coating job, yes. We got to turn them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to turn them, or it's going to really clog us up pretty good.
Yeah.
And the paint correction is part of the film application because you got to make sure that the paint is
you want to make
smooth
everything
and clean
underneath. Even if we're seeing a lot of on a lot of the GM vehicles right now, we're seeing a lot of dirt and debris in the paint, and so that
It's actually in the paint from the paint process.
Yeah, the Arlington plant is just bad right now,
Dirty.
and so we're doing a lot of wet sanding and other things
You need to
try
put a new roller on.
Yeah, try a new roller. That's right. You can't just cover that stuff up.
Well, they've already said that they're going to be spending $1 billion in expanding and upgrading that plant.
I hope they started the paint booth.
And they've bragged for years, even when I worked with them, they bragged for years about their paint booth being state of the art within General Motors.
Well, that was 30 years ago.
And it sucks. I mean, for me, because Bowling Green, I was never happy with Corvette paint because it always had that orange peel to it. Now the new ones are substantially better, but the older ones were horrible.
The C7s
orange
were the
peel.
worst I'd seen.
So, yeah, for all the money they spend on paint booths, you'd think they could turn out a better paint job.
You would think so.
That's interesting. So you have to take care of the paint first before you can protect it.
Yep. You do, because anything you're putting film on it, man, it's locked in, and you got some different things under the. If you have trash in the paint, it's typically going to look worse once you put film on it too.
Because it's going to enhance the bumps in it.
Makes it
and stuff.
worse.
Yeah. So he put the wrap on our truck.
Yes.
And he went through and did all that before he put the wrap on it because.
And that was a used truck when you bought it.
Yes, it was. I'm the second owner, but still. It's a 2015, so it's 7-8 years
Had
old.
to smooth it out before you could wrap it.
Well, he just wanted to make sure before he went to the trouble of putting the wrap on it because it's a really nice wrap.
Yeah, it is. I've never seen a wrap like that. Actually, because the wrap was it a wrap that you had on it before?
Well, it turns out that this is a wrap. That wasn't a wrap. That was more like
graphics,
decals, graphics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this is kind of the same thing. It's just a different kind of wrapping film, and it's a film that you can print on, and so these graphics guys can download the dimensions of a vehicle and then bring designs over, and then it'll kind of print things out to fit the vehicle, and you can manipulate the graphics to put them wherever you want.
I've seen some graphics on some of these plumbers' trucks. It's got people's pictures on it. I mean, it's like it was hand painted on there, like the old sign painters.
Nice
Truly
stuff.
amazing. And those are wraps.
Yeah.
So, do you do very much commercial wraps?
Minimal. I mean, minimal.
But you would if people would present the car to you.
I would probably send them to a friend of mine that is really, really good
apt
with
at that.
Yeah, I probably would.
He knows people.
Yes, well, he knows us,
He does know us. Yeah.
but he knows
You know,
smart
that's a
people
good thing.
too.
Yeah. It's funny you should say that because John and I go back to, I guess, when you started this business.
Over at Custom Car Stereo back in 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Steve, a friend of mine that I knew from the 1970s, actually the early 70s, he lived a couple of doors down from me in an apartment. And then he opened Custom Car Stereo. That's a whole other story. But he called me and says, "Hey, man, there's a guy I want you to meet." And him. I said, "Okay." And so we started up a friendship back then. Gosh, what year was that?
15, 16, somewhere in there.
Yeah, many years ago.
I was back when I was just by myself.
Yep.
Yeah, after-
Doing the
Yeah,
detailing.
We were in the radio station in that little bitty studio.
Yeah.
That's right. We were. Right. But that was after I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at any rate, so our friendship goes way back, and I've seen him grow this thing to look at this now. And then he would love nothing better than to be able to, I think, double the size of this.
God, I wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish I could. But we've got, the West Shop has been very good to us. They're doing a lot of stuff for Porsche over there, and then we're going to have a Sugarland store open here in the next 30 days. Indigo is building a just about finished with a Porsche store down in Sugarland,
Really?
Indigo, the car dealer.
Yes.
He doesn't have a microphone for some reason. That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
Indigo, the car dealer.
Yeah, and it's their culture to sell XPEL, and so of course XPEL would like to put a store down there next to them, like they did up north, and they try to do that, but wherever Indigo puts a store, but they'd never do that to a dealer that's so close, and so that'll be our store.
So that was the partnership that works out.
And we already work with Audi, Sewell Audi down there. And we're in conversation with a Corvette dealer right there on the corner as well. So that's going to be a great place for us down there. Really,
and
really
a
good.
standalone building.
Yep. No, it'll be in a big strip center, but it's going to be about twice this size.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But it won't be connected to the dealerships.
No.
It'll be a standalone
Operation.
Standalone operation, yes, but no, we can't really. None of these dealers have room for us to work over there. I wish they did.
And how easy is it for you to find help, skilled people that know what they're doing, or do you take people in with a desire and you teach them what to do?
We will do that. I've been very lucky with a lot of my paint protection people. We've gotten most of the guys here have, in some way or another, come to us
From somebody else.
from somebody else, or have some experience in some way doing something that artistic, and usually the guys that can draw, the guys that have some artistic ability,
some creative
can do this paint protection film. The most difficult talent I've found to look for is
your Gulf livery.
Is going to be paint correction. People that can polish, that are legit.
Serene.
Yeah, Serene. I got three people here that can do it, but it's just hard to find.
Yeah, well, I mean, word of mouth, I think, means a lot, too. We need to move on. We're going to have you back probably in the last hour of the show, if that's okay.
Yep, I'm going to get somebody over here to talk to you here in just a little bit.
Okay.
Guy with the Lamborghini.
Cool.
You'll enjoy that conversation.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Thank you.
Yep,
He was
thank
standing
you.
behind us getting ready. I think he just pulled in.
John Gray, owner, proprietor here at Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Our guest this morning. The events calendar, you said that you had something. Mm-hmm. What is it?
So
You got a couple of things you said.
yeah.
Okay, so just a couple. Because I need to get to Jeff, too.
Cypress Cars and Coffee is 290 Highway.
No, wait a minute. Is this the cruise-in calendar?
No, this is the events.
All right.
So this one is December 16th from 8 to 10 a.m. at 27240 Highway 290 in Cypress. It's a 2-hour cars and coffee.
So it's a cruise-in.
But it's out a little bit. Cruise-ins I do, which are this weekend and next weekend. And then, Car Social, which is the thing to be at. And then the other thing would be tomorrow is Coffee and Chrome at the Avalon Diner. Saturday, January 13th is also the Chick-fil-A at Ellison. They're opening a new Chick-fil-A, and they're going to host a car show.
Cool. Very nice. Thank you, sir. Time now for this hour's feature by Mr. Jeffrey Zekin.
Okay.
And it's about license plates.
Yeah, we did a segment before on vanity plates a while ago. Where are they made? Vanity plates, along with regular plates that you see going around every day. So license plates are something most everybody sees every day without much thought. However, you ever wonder where they're made? While there's some private companies that manufacture license plates, a significant portion of the plates in the United States are made by prison inmates. The practice of having inmates make license plates has been around for a century. New York opened the first license plate factory in Auburn Prison in 1910. Soon after, other states started making their own production. It was mainly a tax thing to put plates on. So for decades, prisoners served as the primary source of license plates in the U.S. Inmates stamped out the plates, painted the numbers and letters on them, packaged them up, and then shipped them out for distribution. At one time, nearly every state had some form of license plate manufacturing in the prison system. Now, we're going to talk about 6 of these states. One of them is Alabama. Alabama is the Alabama Department of Corrections runs a license plate plant in the Draper Prison Facility. Inmates produce the standard plates, and then there are some specialized plates that are made by private companies. Arizona is another one. Arizona State Prison Complex of Florence. They manufacture standard plates for the state, and again, specialty plates are outsourced to a private provider. Arkansas. Didn't know Arkansas did this. Arkansas plates are made by inmates at the Tucker Unit Prison. Some specialty plates are made by a private company. Florida State Prison at Union Correctional Institution. David, that sounds like a vacation spot, doesn't it?
A vacation
It
spot.
does.
For 7 to 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
3 hots and a cot.
And then they also sub out the private plates for private companies as specialty plates. Florida State Prison. There you go. Manufactured.
What
by
about
prison.
Texas?
Texas wasn't on the list. They used to do it. I don't know if they actually do it. I think it's more private now than inmate or correctional facilities. And Louisiana does theirs in Angola. Now, there's a USA slogan on the plates. Does this mean that, is it for the prisoners? Since inmates produce plates in some states, those qualifying plates can carry the Made in USA tag. Made in USA mainly comes from the private companies that employ American workers. Are they lower quality if you get them made in a prison? Not necessarily. Modern prison plate shops have had advantage because of this. There have been some instances of inferior quality plates coming from certain prisons.
Paint peels off.
In the past.
Arkansas.
I made that up. I'm going to get letters from correctional facilities in Arkansas. Do they like making them? Some prison inmates say it passes the time. When you're in there for a particular reason, it does.
Of course, they can't hear anything because all that stamping with the steel.
Well, it's actually not that loud, and I've seen pictures of how they do it, and it's a little different. Are there different quality of plates between the private and the inmates? The materials are pretty much the same, and it's just the level of how they do it.
Well,
So
the other thing is that for years they've been trying to only make one plate for the Texas cars.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess DPS says, nay, can't do that, don't do that, we want 2 plates. So they win.
Yep.
Oh, the front plate and the back plate? Yeah. The front plate can make some cars
Still
look ugly.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a
Like
revenue
the Corvette,
thing.
The Corvette, has got an actual plug that, for my car anyway, that goes where the license plate goes in the front.
Well,
so if you only have one plate, put it in the back, and you put the plug up front, it says Corvette on it.
Well, there's a lot of readers too. There's a lot of like the toll roads. They read the front plate, and sometimes the back plate. So sometimes they do it both. So the front plate's important for that particular reason.
Last time I took my dad to get his driver's license renewed, they came out, they looked at his van and said, "Where's your front license plate?" He said, "What front license plate?" "Well, you have to have one." So he reaches under the front seat and pulls it out, gets some duct tape and sticks it on the front of the car, and they were happy.
Hey, this program's available 24/7 on iHeartRadio. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com, among others. 30-minute podcast at your fingertips on over a dozen podcast outlets around your favorite podcast machine. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located just off I-10 of the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupi Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupi Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts.